So this past week at school has been my first week full-time teaching, and it was really great. It brought a lot of new challenges that I didn't expect and a lot of very rewarding experiences. One big thing that I worked on this week was trying to make my lessons as engaging as possible. One day I dressed up as Rosie the Riveter to talk about propaganda in World War II. One day we did a review game on the computer. We did Quizlet Live.
Quizlet Live is where we race. We basically race to finish, but the four of us have three different answers, and we figure it out, and then we find out who has the answer. We click it, and we go up 1 point. It's basically a race to 12, and we just do the equation on our sheet of paper and finish.
And why are we doing this?
Because it helps with cooperation and just helps with our math in general.
Because what's tomorrow?
Our math quiz Friday.
Since I started teaching, I implemented my own discipline system, and I chose a point system. And I give them points when they're good, and I take points away when the whole class is bad. And a couple times this week we got down to 0 points, and that wasn't fun. But we also ended up making it to 100 for our first time. And we had a popsicle party, and it was really fun, and it was rewarding to see that the kids could see that good behavior paid off for them, and it paid off for me. Jayla, what are we doing?
We're eating popsicles.
Why?
Because we got 100 points.
Because you're awesome.
Oh.
The other main thing I focused on this week was really bonding with my students. I wanted to make sure that each and every student felt like they could have a personal relationship with me. This has been especially difficult with the boys because the girls are just more loving and want me to love them, and I do. And the boys, it's harder to convey that because they don't want to show me that they need me to hug them or that they're crying. So we've been working on that this week, and I made a couple connections with some boys. I've got a long way to go, and I have some girls too, but there's just a bunch of kids who don't want to come talk to me. So my goal for the next 2 weeks of full-time teaching is to make sure that every student leaves my classroom at the end of 5th grade knowing that they were loved and appreciated for who they were, and that I really cared about all of them.